That's a wrap. That's the finale of SSSS DYNAZENON. Yes, a pretty epic ending to the series. Just more of a flair of combat sequences that they did an excellent job on. I will say a little bit disappointed on the overall reveals at the very end. I was really hoping for something that would really kind of bend everything up. But still, like I said, overall a fantastic episode just for the fanfare, the crazy action, all that kind of stuff mixed in there with the great music and directing everything to really kind of make it a solid episode. So yeah, the episode opened up with them, continuing to be concerned for Gamma. Of course, he's still kind of seemingly dying due to the fact that he is already dead. And on the other side of the battlefield, the rest of the kaiju eugenicists decide to become one with Suzumu, who is now a gigantic kaiju, and they all kind of merge. That's when the other side springs into action. They all combine as the Dynazenon and try to fight them, seemingly over some kind of exchanges back and forth. They seem to have like this little connection between Mujina and Koyomi, talking about their relationship not working out. Obviously, Yume and Yomogi having a connection to Shizumu, trying to reach out to him. And then seemingly Juga's, continued sadness over Goma betraying them, even though he particularly looked up to Goma, them having their exchanges as well, and then eventually going to head, and then having Yomogi use instant domination to, stall the kaiju while they finish it off. Which we find out later on, they had a brief kind of moment where Yomogi was able to speak to Shizumu during this particular sequence, and Shizumu is like, he doesn't really understand why Yomogi would give up the opportunity to become a eugenicist or a kaiju user, and all the things that come with that. Yomogi just like, I don't understand the kaiju. It doesn't make any sense. And Shizumu's like, you can't understand the kaiju. They're so complex, and there's so many things about the kaiju that a human just wouldn't be able to understand. And based on what you've seen before, you can see that they kind of are able to bend time and even be able to kind of bring the dead back and all that kind of stuff, kind of referencing the whole situation where they essentially all got took back in time to re-experience things in their past. And again, Yomogi kind of is like, no, I just want to live. I want to, get older. I want to do all these things in my life. That's not what I want to do. And right after the battle, they jump forward 3 months. Seemingly Goma is gone. Everybody is kind of moved on with their lives. You see Koyomi, looks nice and haircut and prim and proper, going to get a job. And Chise seemingly has, given up on school. Koyomi kind of makes a joke about the fact that she didn't look good in a school outfit. And she's like, yeah, I don't think that's going to work for me. You see that she has a tattoo that resembles Goldburn. They've kind of let Goldburn and all of them leave. Knight and Goldburn and Second leave. And it seems like Yomogi and Yume are a couple. They're trying to move on with their lives as well. They have like a school festival and they're part of it. And Yomigi's kind of having to drag Yume into social situations because they promised to help the school or the class anyways. And then it kind of wraps up with a brief clip of this other world that Knight and the Second go to, which looks familiar to, I think, that kind of interdimension buildings and stuff that was, I believe it was in SSSS Gridman. I meant to check before I got on here, but I believe it was from then. But it seems like they're in this kind of this little weird dimension, and the Dynazenon's with them, and the Dynazenon wakes up. Now, I believe Yomogi briefly noticed Galma behind him when they were where he normally lived, and they were kind of hanging out there before they sent off Knight and Dynazenon the Second. But also, this scene kind of technically, in my opinion, insinuates that Galma is still alive, because maybe him going to this other dimension, maybe the Second was able to get some kind of one of her little healing capsules that she ran out of. Maybe just him being in this other universe allows him to still remain. But I think this is pretty much implying and confirming that he's still alive. I don't think Galma was there behind Yomogi. I think that was just a figment of his imagination, because unless Galma can jump dimensions like Knight can, and he just jumped over there, I believe he's still technically with Knight. I believe they've already confirmed a Dynazenon Gridman crossover series, so I'm assuming Gamma will probably be a part of that, along with Knight, and possibly something else in that particular universe that they're going to create. But yeah, overall, solid episode. I like I said, I enjoyed it just for the fanfare, the crazy action, and the music and all that kind of stuff. I will admit, like I said, disappointed that we didn't get into any more crazy stuff with the kaiju and the world itself, but a solid episode overall. I will be doing a full review of the series on another video. I don't want to really kind of get into any of that here because I want to retread grounds with that, but that's my thoughts on episode 12, the finale of SSSS DYNAZENON. I thank you all for joining me throughout all the impressions. If you guys have been sticking with me episode by episode, I really do appreciate it. As always, if you did like this video, hit a like down below, subscribe, comment, let me know what you thought of the episode, and y'all take care.